seat, will you? Doctor will call you when it's your turn. If you're lucky.
I cannot believe that locum's still not arrived. Get hold of the agency for me. I'll give them a rocket.
The Royal. Oh, have you? Woman here saying she has a tickly cough. Well, unless you're about to keel over with it, love, I wouldn't bother coming in. It's a madhouse here today.
Lizzie, don't talk to patients like that. It's unprofessional. And where's Doctors Ormerod and Wetherell?
They must have been delayed in Ireland. Bet it's bedlam there and all. It'll be under A for agency or L for locum.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Rose.
Chaos. Never changes, this place. Mickey Mouse would be at home here.
Sadly, not all members of the medical profession are as punctilious as you, Mr. Rose.
Indeed. I shall carry out my ward round and send Dr. Ellis up. We've a list to get through.
Might be under D for doctors or E for emergency cover, possibly.
Morning. Gosh, got a bit of a backlog, haven't you?
Actually, I've a problem. Ashfordley School is expecting a doctor this morning to give the children their BCGs. Been booked in for weeks. Thing is, our locum's been held up, and I've no other doctor to do it.
You'd like me to help out?
It's just round the corner. Won't take long.
All right. But Mr. Rose can get a bit shirty if he's kept waiting.
Leave him to me.
S for standings.
Oh, just find it, please. And I'd rather you kept your groceries off the desk.
They're not mine, they're the patients.
Thank you.
The Aunt Shaw's happened to Dr. Marsden. They're phoning me back.
Have you seen Jack or Ellen, Lizzie? Matron's looking for them.
No, sorry, neither of them all morning.
What is it about this hospital? People either don't turn up, leave the place abruptly, or disappear into thin air.
Have you found him? Oh, sorry. Thought you were somebody else. Well, is it an emergency? Then no, I won't. Cheeky beggar. Somebody in a phone box trying to get the operator to make us accept reverse charges.
Cut out the ciggies. There's a good chap.
Ah, Dr. Marsden, I presume. Jean McAteer, administrator. May I ask why you're 3 days late?
What are you talking about? Your letter gives today's date.
Ah, sorry. Our fault then.
So I've spent a penny all morning.
You typed this, Miss Hopkirk?
I was told to.
You put in the wrong date, see? Which is why Dr. Marsden has only just arrived.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
I've never been late in my life, young lady. Never.
Sorry about that. We're not always so inefficient at the Royal. Are we, Lizzie?
Don't worry, we're taking them out.
Well, how on earth did they get in here anyway?
I must have escaped. Sorry, matron, we're dealing with this.
Mr. Rose needs an urgent meeting, ASAP. Doctors and senior staff.
Leprosy? Does that mean we'll have to quarantine the entire hospital?
No. People get the wrong idea about this disease. The odds are it's tuberculoid leprosy, which is non-contagious.
There are contagious forms, I believe.
Oh, there's the lepromatous form, which is. But from my experience out east, that's not likely in this case.
We've sent a biopsy off for examination, so we'll know for certain in the morning.
She'll stay in overnight in a side ward, the minimum number of staff informed. I'll handle her nursing needs personally.
Hens running free in a hospital is completely unacceptable, on hygiene grounds alone.
It's my fault. I must have left the gate open.
Jack tells me you sanctioned this.
He asked if we'd like a supply of fresh eggs for the patients. Free-range eggs are rich in protein, vitamin B, and other essential nutrients.
But why keep them ourselves? It's a hospital, not a farm. Are we also going to keep pigs to provide us with bacon?
It's just a few hens on a bit of spare ground. Since they've been here, the hospital hasn't had to buy a single egg.
I think I can find funding for a few eggs, Jack. I want them removed, please.
Oh, well, that's your prerogative. May I suggest they remove them as time permits? Alan is wanted in casualty, and Jack needs to take the tea trolley round. Don't you think you might have overreacted a little bit here? Hmm? I'll see you first thing tomorrow.
Thank you.
If this was a cottage hospital, I assumed I'd be having a quiet time. It's all right for you younger chaps, but I'm bushed. Night, then.
Good night, Dr. Marsden. Thank you.
Night, Doctor.
Would you mind popping in for a minute? I just wanted to say thank you for helping hold the place together since I arrived.
Oh, that's all right.
Bit of a nightmare for me. 3 doctors in the practice. One elopes with a nurse, the other 2 waltz off to Ireland, taking a senior nurse with them.
They didn't exactly waltz off. Oh, they went to a funeral. You're probably not aware of what happened here. Mr. Rose put me in the picture.
I still think they could have been more specific about when they'd be back.
I don't know. Doctors Ormerod and Weather are responsible people. Communication from where they are can't be easy.
You're being loyal to fellow doctors, Ralph. I like loyalty in a man.
Right. Anyway, glad to have helped out.
Okay, you riled me. Just came out.
It's a pity. If he spreads his poison, it could make Tracy's life very difficult.
Well, I'm writing a letter to the school to circulate to parents. Let's hope that does the trick.
I agree with you. That Ralph Ellis is a bit of all right.
Fancies anything in trousers, does Susie?
I do not. Any news from Ireland?
No, sorry.
Seems to me we can expect them when we see them.
Oh, finally, time for a coffee.
I was just going to have one in my office. Why don't you join me?
Seems like someone's trying to beat you to it, Susie.
Your mother passed away peacefully in her sleep, Mr. Fotheringham Baxter. She's in the chapel of rest here. What are you doing in here?
I was just, checking things.
Open that fridge, please. I could sack you for this.
I know.
Right. Go and do something useful. Ask Lizzie to call Ireland. Find out if the Ormerods are ever coming back or not.
Got off with the caution. And we've made a sale as well. Chicken chow mein's his speciality. He is taking the lot.